Hey everyone, this is Britt Lightning from Vixen, and you are listening to Tom and Zeus on the Shout It Out Loudcast.
Oh boy. Here we go. This is Gene Simmons.
Put that cookie down.
Kiss.
Stop pressing the button.
Stockbroker Simmons.
Star?
Paul Stanley.
Is that what he does? Stop shouting.
My name is Ace Riley.
He's not what you would call a handsome man.
Oh no, here come the kiss times. Is that a positive thing? Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna grab me an ice cold mellow yellow.
Why? Why do that to the fan? Stop it. Why? Because fuck them.
That's what are you talking about?
617-525-0850. You do? Hey, fucko.
Do you like Kiss? Settle down.
Yellow. Hey, what's up there? Kiss Army. Tom and Zeus in another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast, episode 292. Creatures of the Night, 40th anniversary, Super Deluxe Box Set, Disc 3, Super Deluxe Fun Happy Time. What is that called, Tom?
Super terrific happy fun hour with Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're on to Disc 3 from the Creatures of the Night box set. I'm sure you guys have listened to that, and hopefully we're going to have some fun with this. But as we always do, we like to go backwards and talk about last week's episode with our feedback section. We're getting a lot of new listeners now because of Raise Your Glasses, the book. Purchase it today on shoutitoutloudcast.com or Amazon.
Yep.
And because we do, we get people probably like, oh, what's their format? What do they do? Holy shit, when are they going to get to the episode? I love people that are like, yeah, when are they getting to the episode? Dude, it's a podcast. That doesn't happen usually. No. If you see an hour and whatever long podcast, it's not good afternoon. Here's the topic. This is where we go. It doesn't happen that way.
No. Well, welcome to the show. Okay, track 1 on disc 3. Here we go. But no, that's not it. That's not how it works. It's not how it works.
No, that's not how it works.
That's not.
No, that's not sexy.
That's not sexy.
Donnie.
It's like a dog to scrub.
I love the bar. I can't. Every time this comes up,
well,
I don't understand what you're saying.
I don't understand what it's meaning, pretend what it's regarding.
What
it's regarding. Okay. Donnie, you tell Mr. Achwell.
I make it myself. I put a little lemon.
No, I cannot. That's a very important piece.
Yeah, like I said, piece, right? I sold it to a collector this afternoon.
I cannot do that. It's a very important piece. Anyway,
yeah. So, Tom, last week we did Kiss fatigue songs after we released our book on greatness of Kiss songs.
That's right. Yep.
And obviously we do a poll every time, and those polls, you can find them on the Twitter verse. So, Tom, what was the poll?
Yep. So, of course, most fatigue song, we picked 4. We got a lot of feedback on this poll, including our buddy Eddie Trunk, who commented and retweeted about why we didn't have Rock and Roll All Night in the poll. We'll get to that because a lot of people said the same thing. But our options for this poll were 100,000 Years, Love Gun, Cold Gin, and Shout It Out Loud. This poll, Zeus, I say this all the time. Anytime we do like a straight Kiss poll, like songs or albums, we get a shit ton of votes, like a ton of votes, which is great. Shout It Out
nobody
Loud.
Pays attention to the actual fucking point in the poll. What we're saying.
Of course not. Shout It Out Loud wins the poll here with 45% of the votes.
Are you surprised by that? I'm not.
No, but I am surprised that Love Gun got 24%. I'm actually more surprised that Cold Gin only got 17%. And 100,000 Years got 14%.
Again, the Love Gun is not so much the song. It's the whole, okay, here comes Paul on the zip line.
Yeah, but we didn't really we didn't say just
I did.
a lot. No, I know you did, but I'm just saying in general, we didn't say fatigued in concert, just like generally.
No, but I think people feel the way I do. Like their first image now of Love Gun is, I've seen it fucking 4 times on the end of the road or in the.
But see, for me,
I just Rock the Nation or Freedom the Rock Tour. It's the same fucking zipline shit.
See, when I think of Love Gun, I don't think of any of that. I just think of like Alive 2. Love Gun, like I think of that. Like, but anyways, so Shout It Out Loud runs away with that. This is one of those polls, a shit ton of write-in votes on this one here. Our buddy Ray Farrow, couldn't agree with you more on your takes on 100,000 years. Glad I'm not the only one that could go the rest of my life without ever hearing it again. Yep. Space Ace 30. I'm still shocked that Lick It Up was not on the list. I'm so tired of that song. A lot of write-in votes for Rock and Roll All Night. Like a lot of people. LP says, Beth should have been there. Honorable mention. I never liked it. I don't understand the fuss. Then somebody else writing in, Beth. A lot of people said, Conrad Pena says, I'd say I'm burnt out with all of those except for Cold Gin. Wow, that's shocking right there. Let's see what people had to say about the episode itself. Besides the poll, I'm sure we'll get a lot of similar comments here. Christopher Hamilton, after seeing some drunk kid act out Tears Are Falling, I'm done with that song forever. Might want to tell us a little bit more about that, Christopher Hamilton there. Okay. Ken and Satan Service, the classic rock station out here, only plays Rock and Roll All Night live, and I Was Made for Loving You, so those get my vote. Wayne Parry, great topic. Here's mine. Calling Dr. Love, God of Thunder, Say Yeah, Heaven's on Fire, and Lick It Up. Say Yeah is a little bit too new to be fatigued, but I get it, especially with the tour. We'll finish up here. Oh, Smith Cool. You are my new favorite guy right here. His should have ended the End of the Road tour with Torpedo Girl and Hooligan. That would have been the best show ever. That's Twitter, though. Yeah, we got tons of feedback here. There's going to be a lot to talk about here, but a lot of people commenting and writing in songs. I'm sure you'll see that on Facebook, Zeus.
All right, over on the Book of Face, Ronnie Bacharski.
Uh-oh.
You guys are the fucking best. I was cracking up at how you pointed out how the new book is about every Kiss song and why they're great. And then you followed it up with a show about the ones that overplayed ball suck. So epic. How the hell did Rock and Roll not end up on the Fatigue song, though? For the love of fuck, I'd rather slam my nuts repeatedly in a car door for 4 minutes than ever hear that again. Otherwise, I definitely agree with most of your choices or versions of songs. Shout It Out Loud, the song can especially eat all parts of my ass. Can't wait to read the book, dudes. Just ordered mine. I'm going to answer that right now. I'm sorry. I know it's fatigued, but I can't imagine ever going to a Kiss show and they don't do Rock and Roll All Night as I leave. I mean,
I'll tell you right now, I don't know what it is. Certain songs rub me the wrong way. I'm not tired of Rock and Roll All Night. I just, whether it's the Dress to Kill version, whether it's alive, whether it's in concert, I'm not tired of it.
It's Gene singing it.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
It's celebratory.
Yeah, right. That's more it. It's an anthem. I don't know. Do I need to hear it right now? No, but when I hear Cold Gin, I'm like, I can't listen to this song right now. I just can't.
Yeah, it's like, Tom, how I feel about a future Shout Out Loudcast Hall of Fame artist when Kool and the Gang comes on with Celebrate Good Times. Come on.
Terrible.
And then you wait for the one part where the guy goes, it's a celebration.
It's terrible. You know what we should do? I say we should do it. Let's do a Dome Damage episode soon of most fatigue songs in general.
Oh, that's your wedding list song. That's what it would be.
That's true. My do not playlist.
Yes.
Please. I got to be one of the only guys in the world to not only tell my DJ, here's a list of songs you cannot play. And if you do, you ain't getting paid for your services tonight.
But you can't take off Kool and the Gang.
No.
I had a party last week I was at, and someone played some Kool and the Gang records.
I'm hip. I'm down with the urban kids.
I like that song, Fresh.
That is a great fucking song.
Get down on it. Get down on it.
I also like the Commodores.
That's right up there. Oh, what was that move? That fucking skit from Chris Rock? 10 years from Kid and Play. 10 years after Big Daddy Kane. Somebody just can't let go. Daddy still has a flat top.
Daddy's got a flat top.
And then one of the guys was the guy from Cameo goes, ow. The guy wanted to word up.
Cameo.
Patrick Ewan says it's a wake-up call. 10 years after Big Daddy Kane. 10 years after Kid and Play. Somebody just can't let
go. Oh, man.
Fucking terrible.
This is why it takes 40 minutes for us to get to the topic if you guys are new listeners, so get used to it.
Oh, here we go. Ryan fucking Ace Fraley Kulik Lane Simmons Nimrata fucking Ramaswamy fucking Vance fucking Barrett Comey fucking Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, perfect follow-up episode after your book release. I would expect nothing less from you two. Hilarious. But even though they're fatigue songs, I still flip through Raise Your Glass to see what was said about those songs. It's such a great.
That's perfect.
It's such a great reference book. My fatigue songs would have to be Rock and Roll Night, Lick It Up, Love Gun is unfortunately getting there too. Very fun episode, guys. You know what I do enjoy about this episode? You noticed one thing. People are agreeing with Love Gun. Nobody's agreeing in throwing out Detroit Rock City.
Oh, nobody's sick of that.
Played just as much.
Yeah.
And that's, you know what? If you guys are really interested, I had my video call with Bully Ray, the wrestler from the #1 wrestling podcast out there, Busted Open.
Yep.
And he simply said, I'm not going to tell you. Go to the book and see what he said. He only did 2 songs. He goes, that's only a thing I need to talk about. And they were both incredible statements. Rock and Roll Night and Detroit Rock City. Read what he said, and you'll see why they shouldn't be in the fatigue category.
Agreed.
Bobby Kenner. Another great one, boys. I was right on with you for most of the picks. I can't believe I'm saying this because I do like the song, but I definitely got fatigue factor with I Was Made for Loving You. You guys had me cackling as usual. Tom, I actually do want to hear Eric Cartman's version of Beth Now. Ace on the Dating Game. Oh man. Woo, shit, lady. I had something called Something Moved. I think that just happened in my... I'm still supposed to read this in character. I think that just happened in my guts. I'm about to have a rectum rocket ride. Dude, Bill Flowers puts a picture of him holding up the book. We can't thank you guys enough for putting photos of you holding Raise Your Glasses up on social media. Videos, photos, comments.
Amazing.
5-star reviews on Amazon. Thank you. Please keep them coming.
Yeah, you guys are amazing.
Raise Your Glasses book. # Raise Your Glasses book.
Yeah, a special shout out to Tom Sellig for taking a picture of him taking a dump on his toilet with our book in his hand. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.
Yeah. BC Allison writes, great episode, Tom and Zeus. Love your list and can't argue with any of your choices. Now, having said that, and I know I'll get some heat for this, but as a Kiss fan since the debut album, I could go without hearing Rock and Roll All Night for the rest of my days. I know it's their signature closing song in every single show, but I'm done with it. Another great episode. You guys rule. Adam Nierenberg, Kyle Schneider, just 2 of the people that put their list together. Thank you for doing that, boys. Over on Loudcasters. Charles, don't call me Mark Eaton. Same thing. He put a list together too. Scott Wheeler. Great episode. But do you even like Kiss? For me, it's Colgin. The only version I can still not immediately skip is from Alive. Otherwise, complete fatigue.
Yep. I hear you, Goose.
Someone named John Hudson. I'm not really familiar with John, but he writes, Tom and Zeus. I'm an original era Kiss fan, and I bought the Robert Duncan and John Swenson paperbacks when they were new. They were the first books about the band that I had in my collection, and they will always be important to me. However, the next book I add, it will be just as special. As I write this on September 1st, I'm 5 days away from having prostate cancer surgery.
Oh, God.
The next few weeks are going to suck. But one thing I can look forward to on the other side of my procedure is raise your glasses. I'm saving the book for when I get home and have something I just know, will make me smile, laugh, and think about the band I've loved all these years and keep me going. Your book is the light at the end of the tunnel for me, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. You guys are the best. Thanks, guys. From Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Shit, John, I honestly, you could tell these things are organic. I don't look at these.
Yeah.
I open up Facebook when we do the episode, and I just look and breeze through them. So we don't plan these days before and say, okay, I'm going to read this guy's. So these are new. This is the first time I'm seeing this. So
yeah, that's amazing.
John,
Holy shit.
God
bless.
Bless you, man.
Yeah.
I can tell you personally that I lost my dad from this. So I wish you nothing but the best. I know it's not fucking fun or easy. And God bless you. We wish you the best. Thank you for the kind words. And please, you don't have to put it on publicly, but let us know how you're doing, man. Let us know how this is working out. And hopefully the book gives you a little bit of a smile. And I know all the Loudcasters out there. Make sure you give him some love if he's out there and you see John on our social media posts.
Yeah, John, thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. And God bless. Everybody's pulling for you. And again, thank you for supporting us, but that's, small compared to what you're dealing with in the real world. So God bless, buddy. Appreciate it.
The Greek Thunder from Down Under, Thanos Akratides writes, while I understand the fatigue in tunes for some of us, it's only that way because we go and see our favorite band multiple times every tour they tour.
Great
point. To the casual fan, they want to see and need to hear tunes they are used to. Well, if we go see them multiple times, how about they change the fucking set list, buddy? And we wouldn't have these problems. So I'm not going to chalk it up to it's my fault because I've gone to several shows. Anyway.
It is your fault.
Well, we're all dumbasses. We're going to keep going. But in saying that, they should have changed Say Yeah with Unholy and Cold Gin with Come On and Love Me or Harder Than Hell. Love that the book is done. Well, mine has arrived while interstate, so I'm anxious to read when I get back home from my rock trip. And Thanos had a photo of him at his stand with different Kiss stuff and jersey stuff and T-shirts, and he wore ours on one of them. Shout out!
Love that. Love that. You're the best, buddy. Yeah,
and things like that. We appreciate you guys so much when you do stuff like that. It's very endearing. Thank you. Pally Faulkner, Love Gun. I'm personally offended. I will look at just because of the kind of shout out. And the automatic skip for me is Cold Gin. Joey Bicep Curl Romantic. Because he told us
Romantic.
Yeah, not Romanic apparently. But he just goes with that, he says, because no one can say it correctly. Joey and his lovely wife, Tina, have started a podcast. If you're in the Florida area, please check them out. They're the best realtors around, America's favorite realtors, but they have a podcast. I think it's on YouTube right now. Don't know where else, but contact Joe. Everyone can see him on our social media. And make sure if you're interested in real estate or you just want to support a guy like him, who's been great to us, him and his wife's endeavor, give them some love. They deserve it. He's a good guy. And him and his wife have started a podcast on real estate stuff. And I'm sure there'll be more to it than that. But good luck on it, guys.
Yeah, and he's actually already opened up his Patreon, the highest tier. You will be able to live stream Joey's workouts at the gym. It's amazing. So that's going to be maybe I know me and Zeus know about that. I don't know if he's publicly announced those Patreon tiers, but one of them is the bicep curl tier that you'll be able to follow him in live.
Watch as Joey pushes over a middle school girl and goes, "Hey, are you done with those dumbbells?"
There's also a tier where you get to go shopping for jeans with Joey, which is that's going to be a lot of fun for the listeners out there. So that's good.
Yes, tons of fun. Joey writes, great fun episode. The fatigue factor is strong with Kiss because they played the same songs over and over in concert. Thank you. Tell that to fucking Thanos up there. And radio has largely ignored the most of the music that they've recorded over the years, so they played their hits to death. I don't know about you guys, but for me, being able to tolerate the fatigue song is usually about context. If Beth comes on the radio, I'm turning the station. But if I'm listening to Destroyer, I'm letting Beth play. Good point.
Okay.
The same can be said for other classics by other bands like Back in Black or Tom Sawyer. However, there's one must-Kiss song for me, no matter what. God Gave Rock and Roll to You. Horrendous.
Yeah, that's rough. Sorry, Bruce.
Yeah. And then him and Tally need to get themselves a room because they love to talk to each other. And that's the connection that we made. And if that leads to a double divorce, it ain't our fault.
Nope.
And I've said that to them both in a joking fashion, of course. Anyway, Tom, let's go over to you too. Logan Campbell writes, I just got my copy of Raise Your Glasses this morning. Like you said, it's absolutely a book for the fans. I'm through the first 2 albums and loving it. Thanks for this. And thank you, Logan.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
User QT06 guide. I don't know what the fuck these things are, but hey guys, looking forward to reading the book, even if Joey Caserta is involved.
I know Joey Caserta.
Seriously though, I truly appreciate the time and effort went into this project. It's guys like you that keep us smiling, informed, and entertained. Oh, and Kiss as well. An earworm-packed episode, lads.
Thank you.
Lucy Sideblow says a European reaction order placed on Monday while on holiday.
Nice.
Got it on Thursday within 3 days. Can't wait to get home this Sunday. Enjoy the show for years. Cheers, guys. So somebody named Lucy Sideblow. I think that's the first time I've ever read a comment, and we love.
We're
this
seeing a lot of those, which is awesome. Yes,
I love it when people are like, "I've been listening to you for years. I usually don't comment stuff." Love it, love it, love it. We'll end on the great Marty White. I have to respectfully disagree with Tom. Eric Cartman's version of Beth would be awesome, especially at the end when the song is over and realizes it's time to go. He could say, "Screw you guys, I'm going home," just before he drops the mic.
Nice.
I don't know. How was Mike Cartman? Is that good?
Yes, passable. Passable.
All right, Tom, back to you, buddy.
All right, let's look at the Instagram here. We got Justin Time Prager. 100,000 years is one of them. You guys are way too purist. I don't get that. That's the point. It's fatigued. It's I don't know. I don't understand that. Like we had a couple people like commenting like certain songs. I'm like, do you understand the concept? Like it's a song that's mercilessly played. Like it's not a song that we don't like. I don't know. I don't understand your comment, buddy, but appreciate it though. Appreciate you listening. You obviously listen. So, Dave Rockstar. That's the thing. Kiss has such a diverse catalog and many album songs, but got a bit lazy with the set list, whether it was down to Paul's vocal issues or just trying to please concertgoers who are not hardcore fans. Would have loved for Kiss to have attempted to do something different, like play a song from each album. We can dream, Dave. Balban 1986 could not agree more about the live version of 100,000 Years. Enough already. Mick Porter 4, excellent show, and I thought for sure, Tom, you were going to say Rock and Roll All Night is your number 1 most fatigued song. Now, that is blasphemous, but personally, I really don't need to hear that song again, and I quite like Cold Gin. And I have to agree that we don't need to hear 80s Kiss songs by the current lineup in makeup.
Yep.
And this is one here interesting. We actually have a couple shockers here, Zeus. JC Pizza Boy has Love Gun, Lick It Up, Heaven's on Fire, War Machine, Deuce, and Detroit Rock City as his most fatigued.
First. Yeah, Deuce and Detroit Rock City really didn't get anything.
We didn't hear that from anybody. No.
There you go. There's one.
And let's get to a couple quick emails here. Our buddy Mark Bomer. I totally get Zeus's sentiments towards non-Peter versions of Black Diamond. While Eric Singer and especially Eric Carr invoke the tone of Peter and sing the song more than faithfully, they simply don't match the grit, intensity, and passion of a Peter vocal. My only departure from Zeus is the song could endure far lower vocal performances than the Erics and still belong on the set. To me, the song is that good. Now here's the love for the song. I encourage anyone inclined to the, quote, Black Diamond fatigue side of the equation to find and listen to the track on Kiss Alive 4, the Millennium Concert. It's here that Peter delivers perhaps his finest live vocal of the tune ever. Woo! It's a good version. I'm going to have to listen to it again, though, to hear that because I don't recall. God of Thunder, look, I know how much you guys love Alive 2, as do I, but my opinion, the version of God of Thunder on Alive 2 is wholly unlistenable. While many of the early Kiss tracks from albums 1 through 3 benefited greatly from faster pace, the steroid-charged diarrhea applied on Alive 2 is, not to put too fine of a point on it, nothing short of god-fucking-awful horrendous. Wow. To me, it's the steroid version of God of Thunder that's fatigued. But again, in my opinion, anyone wishing to hear the perfect live version of this track should listen to Kiss Alive for the Millennium Concert. Wow, again with this, Mark. Damn. Great stuff, TNZ, as always. Thank you. Be well. Interesting. I'm going to have to go back and revisit that live album. It's been quite a while. Trent Bally, another list-making masterclass from you both. As you guys said, a lot of these songs are truly great, but they're surface-level Kiss songs that half-ass fans and suburban moms know. Oh, jeez. To Tom's point, God of Thunder is a hallmark demon track, but it unfortunately becomes a plodding, boring charade on the end of the road. If you see videos on YouTube from various concerts, you can see that the close-up shots of Gene's bloody face on the pods as he sings is the exact same at every show with stock footage. Well, yeah, we knew that. Not a huge deal, but in my opinion, it goes to show that even Gene was sick of doing it by then. To Zeus's point, Eric Singer performing Beth on a stupid fake prop piano is just a waste of time, and they did it during the encore, so you can't even really go get a beer or go to the bathroom. Thanks for another killer episode, fellas, and P.S. I'm absolutely loving the book. All right, now, we're going to finish feedback with this one here because it's a little bit of a fun story here. This is an email coming from Vinny Benenato. Okay, so here's the story with Vinny. My buddy from work, Steve, we talk about music all the time. He knows I'm a big Kiss nerd. He's a Kiss fan too, but not to my level. He asked me if I want to get into his fantasy football league, so I say, yeah, of course. He's like, I think you'll have fun. There's a lot of Kiss nerds in this group. I'm like, okay. So there's a big fantasy football league group chat. Steve introduces me to the people in the group, start talking Kiss. All of a sudden, the group just gets overrun with Kiss talk to the point where the commissioner is like, what the hell did I do to deserve this? Fast forward to the Metallica show. Steve shows up with Vin. We're talking Kiss, all this great shit. Steve tells Vin about the podcast, tells him about the book. Vinny now has a copy of the book. He is now an avid listener of the show. So the Shout It Out Loudcast world stretches out like a virus. And Vinny writes us this great email titled, Congratulations on the book. New listener here. Love the podcast. The book is great. Congrats. I've been bouncing around to your Kiss album reviews, and you two are extremely knowledgeable and funny as hell, making it an easy listen for someone who isn't a big podcast guy, but a huge Kiss fan. I almost drove off the road laughing, listening to Zeus imitate Ace shitting his pants. You guys are killing it. Looking forward to the next podcast. Well, Vin, on multiple levels here. First of all, meeting you through a work friend, sucking you into the world of Shout It Out Loudcast, renewing your love for Kiss, and especially buying our book and supporting the show on so many levels, Vin. Great to meet you. Welcome to the world of Shout It Out Loudcast. And you, my friend, are the comment of the week.
Good answer. Good answer. I like the way you think. I'm going to be watching you.
Nice. Love it.
Yep.
Great fucking tying it all together.
I love it.
That's awesome. Appreciate it.
So great.
And speaking of being appreciated, no joke, Tom, our Patreon membership, maybe it's because of the book, is going through the roof. We have 5 new members this week, Tom.
That is insane.
5.
That's incredible.
All right. They all deserve the love. Let's start off. First, Stephen Chappell joins us as a demon tier member. Longtime listener, Keith Rochford jumps in.
Yes.
Keith always retweets our Facebook posts, and we love him for it.
Big fan. Yep.
William Flowers joins us as a spaceman. Thank you, William. And somebody named Vinny Benenato.
I was going to say, I saved that for the Patreon section.
Joins us as a Catman member.
Awesome.
And then Jesse Ball jumps in. Jesse's joining us as a spaceman. 5 new members: Steve, Keith, William, Vinny, and Jesse. Thank you guys for joining the Patreon family. It is so appreciated. You guys have no idea how much of a big help you guys are to us. You know, a lot of the Patreon stuff not only helps this show, helps for the book, get things going. It's a tremendous asset for us. And as we talked about last time, we have more memberships than we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
It is consistently growing. I mean, it's a testament to what I think we offer people. Yeah. That it doesn't shrink, it keeps growing, because I think we're pretty fair about what we offer, and we offer different things for different tiers between involvement in the show, polls, merchandise, the ARC pick, which we're doing now, is a Patreon pick, the March Madness pick, the video chats. We have one coming up shortly. Again, another one. And it's been a huge reason for Shout It Out Loudcast growing and being the number 1 KISS podcast now for several years. We haven't shrunk or anything. We've gotten bigger. And it's a lot to do with our Patreon family. So if you're out there and you're listening and you're like, I want to help those guys do a great job. I appreciate them. I want to show them some love. You want to do that? Go to our Patreon page right on shoutitoutloudcast.com. That's our website. Amongst the millions of wonderful things on that website, right on the landing page, you'll see something that'll say Patreon. Click on that. And when you do, you'll go and you'll see the 4 different tiers that are offered to you. Find one that fits your specific needs and join the Patreon family and join in the fun and help us out. And that's what this Patreon is about. And it's a fucking incredible service to us. And we can't thank you guys enough. So another big shout out to Stephen, Keith, William, Vinny, and Jesse. Thank you guys. And if you're out there thinking about it, please go to our Patreon page, sign up, help out the show. Big help. Thank you guys.
Yeah, incredible run here, Zeus. We're so eternally grateful for the support you guys keep giving us here. Just a massive shout out to all the new members there. Jesse, Vin, William, Keith, Steven, just incredible stuff. And whether you're brand new to the family like those guys are, if you've been there since day one or somewhere in the middle, it doesn't matter. Your support means the world to us. So please check us out, patreon.com, or click on the link on our website at shoutitoutloudcast.com to find out more. And guys, welcome to the family. We're thrilled to have you on board.
Yeah. And Tom, what we do next is we go to KISS World. Mm-hmm. And other than raise your glasses, kicking butt, and doing fucking awesome. What else is going on?
Paul Stanley was kind enough to wish everyone a happy Memorial Day this week.
No, he didn't just wish everybody a happy Memorial Day. He got on his soapbox and lectured everybody.
He had a pontificate,
telling people they don't appreciate Memorial Day. You know? Yeah, because it's not Memorial Day.
Fucking dope.
Dude, I love it because I don't know, every other fucking comment on that was like, Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa.
It was great. Yeah.
And then he has like, he writes another one, like a post, I believe he was like, although I made a mistake on that, the sentiment still holds true. Like, dude, just say, oops, I fucked up.
I was just going to say, the true sign of a fucking asshole is when you double down on your mistake. Yeah, I know I'm wrong, but my point still stands. I've said it before. I love the Star Child. I cannot stand Paul Stanley. Sorry. Anyways, the man I do love, though, is the great Gene Simmons, and he got everybody's little panties in a bunch this week, including a lot of people who follow us on social media because we share the article. He did an interview and, of course, started to blast The Elder again.
And Carnival Souls.
Yep. Quote, this is him talking about The Elder. Quote, I take the blame for it because it was my idea. I remember telling producer Bob Ezrin that I was writing a movie script. We were going to make a concept album. And he said, let's do our own Tommy. I said, yeah, if the Who can do it, why can't we? Well, the straight answer is because we're not the Who. To me, it was dishonest. And then he says, we're trying to follow talking about Carnival of Souls. We're trying to follow a trend instead of being ourselves. In hindsight, Kiss never really spent enough time in the studio. Destroyer is okay. I like Revenge, but Kiss was always more about the live experience. God,
why do you minimize yourself?
I thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth. This is straight out of the Paul Stanley playbook. If you did something at a certain time in your life, at a certain point in your career, stand for it and say, maybe in hindsight, maybe, but don't. I hate when people shit on stuff that they did just because the feedback or history doesn't look at it kindly. Dude, do you have any idea? I shared this article on our social media, and I said, coming from me, I said, somebody needs to tell Gene that Music from the Elder is not the worst Kiss album. And a ton of people agreed. And then it turned into this friggin' open fire. Like, well, it's this, it's that, it's this, that. Very few people really think that The Elder is the worst album. So I don't know where he's getting that from. Probably because he's obsessed with the fact that critics hated it, but I don't know.
So the only thing left of Kiss is the albums. You're not performing live anymore.
Right.
So why are you telling people, yeah, the album's there, but the live performance is something special? Well, you're not doing anything live. Nice salesmanship. Are you trying to sabotage us? That's what I would fucking say if I'm Pop House. Like, what are you doing, dude? I still have a catalog of your shit I'm trying to sell.
Yeah. We're trying to sell Carnival of Souls.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I can't stand it. I know Paul does it all the time with, he shits on Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. Fine. Nobody asked you. Just keep your mouth. He shits on Unmasked or Elder or different sounds from different eras. I just can't stand it. But he won't shit on fucking Sonic Boom. Oh, it's the best album since Destroyer. Yeah. Where are your comments now, 15 years after that pile of shit came out? Can you tell us now that thing? Oh, it's awful.
Stop it.
Awful.
Oh, stop it.
Awful.
So wrong. So
fucking
wrong
awful.
about it.
Awful. Although I do like Dangerous.
What the fuck? Psycho Circus, terrible, terrible album. Although I do like Pledge Allegiance to the State of Rock and Roll. Go on, say it.
You want me to add fine, play it again.
No. It's not on a list. It's not talking about.
You don't want to drop the sound clip of my two favorite songs on that album?
No.
I know. It's just frustrating when, and I'll finish with this. You haven't been in the news at all, but you're in the news to shit on your product. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
All right. Let's take a quick break. And this is for your friend Vinny. I was thinking about this when hearing these comments back today. So a lot of people were enjoying the Ace Newlywed. So I thought of a new one.
Okay.
Go
ahead. Yeah.
Catch me tonight. Here's a quick clip of me on Jeopardy. I'll take things that Ace Frehley does for 200, Alex. The answer is Taco Tuesday. What is? I'm definitely shitting my pants tonight.
Okay, we're back from a commercial break, and now it's time for Double Jeopardy Celebrity Edition with Ace Frehley.
How about if Gene was playing? I'll take $1,000 from you, Alex. No, what's the category? No. I will take $1,000 because this is considered a meet and greet. You owe me money.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'll take Beethoven's greatest hits for 200, Alex.
I'll take Impressionist art for 200, please.
Take popcorn farts for 400, Alex.
I'll take shed decor for 100.
I'll take cool shed etiquette for 200, Alex.
Can you imagine the interview portion of Jeopardy when Alex Trebek has to go up to the contestants and make small talk?
It says Asa, you're on tour. I am? Where the fuck am I this week? Oh, shit.
I don't even know where I am. Jeez.
Hey, I just like where am I tomorrow?
I just like playing with this little buzzer. Makes like a funny noise. It goes doot doot doot. I kind of like it.
I think I'm going to write another space song about this buzzer. Fucking go on Anomaly Part 2. All right. Enough of Ace game shows.
What about Game Show Lover? What about Game Show Lover?
Yeah, fuck. I'm a game show lover too. All right, Tom. So we're up to disc 3 on the Creatures box set.
Yeah.
I think the first episode we just described the box set, its contents and everything. Then we did disc 2. And now we're up to disc 3.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
And disc 3 is considered demos, rarities, and outtakes. 18 tracks, my friend.
Yep. So it's actually this kind of the same as disc 2. Disc 2 has 16 tracks, and that's also titled demos, rarities, and outtakes.
Yeah, they're in the same CD case in the box.
That was just the artwork on the CD is the same, and it's in the same sleeve. So there's nothing really unique about that, unfortunately. But I guess we'll save our kind of final thoughts when we get to the final aspect of it. But yeah.
All right. Well, there's some tracks. We're not going to play fucking take 2 of Rock and Roll Hell, but some of these are like we've done in the past with the Destroyer box set, are rarities or demos that we've never heard technically as we describe on this show. So let's go to track 1, and that's this.
So that's Legends Never Die. That's a song that's also on the Gene Simmons Vault. This is a weird one for me. I mean, I don't want to say it's bad. I just don't know what Kiss album this would ever go on. It sure as shit would never go on Creatures of the Night. It's an acoustic ballad. I mean, it's Gene maybe tapping into his kind of folk Beatles stuff. He's got a good singing voice. It's got kind of a cool solo like midway through. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's almost like he's trying to write like an end credit song for a movie or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Legends Never Die was written by Gene Simmons, Adam Mitchell, the great Adam Mitchell.
Yeah.
Shout out Loudcast favorite, and Mickey Free.
Oh,
you know who that is?
Yes, I do.
The Prince.
That's
the
right.
Prince protege.
Yep.
Who's in that Chappelle episode where Charlie Murphy describes hanging out with Prince and playing basketball.
Yep.
And Mickey Free was supposed to be this new hotshot androgynous star of his. Remember?
Yep. Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, anyways, I think it starts a nice little acoustic opening. Gene is using his, ooh, my darling, I want to make love to you voice.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, this was done by Wendy O. Williams.
Yep.
King Cobra did a version of this.
Hell yeah, King Cobra.
And then it's on Gene's Vault, which came out a little earlier than this box set.
Yep.
There's that backwood guitar thing.
Yeah.
Then right into the solo.
Yep.
I think it's a decent song. You're absolutely right. If any song album I could think this might would be maybe Animalize as like a 10th song where
like a ballad
While the City Sleeps and Murder in High Heels.
Yeah, because there's no real ballad on Animalize.
Yeah, I mean, I just it won't fit Creatures of the Night. It doesn't fit Lick It Up.
No.
I mean, maybe Killers.
Yeah, but at that time they were trying to write original tracks that were going to pull back the classic audience. This ain't going to do it.
But if you notice, the albums that I'm talking about, all are Michael James Jackson because even he started to do Animalize, produce that.
That's
and
right.
Killers and stuff. Like I can see where they were going with this, but it's okay. It's a good song. It just doesn't work for Kiss, I don't think.
Yeah, it's funny. Just when you look at even disc 2, when you look at all those other demos and outtakes and stuff, that most of those can somehow fit into this era. Like this just to me, this sticks out. Like what the hell was he thinking at this time?
But even some of those were pretty fucking out there. A lot of these, you know where these things fit? The fucking vault.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it belongs. So
exactly right.
Right. Yeah.
Hence, like, I wrote the song. Yeah, it has nothing to do with Kiss.
Nope. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. This has nothing to do with Kiss. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Let's go to track number 2.
So this is It's My Life. We talked about this before when we reviewed Psycho Circus. This poor song just can't make it onto a Kiss album. Yeah. Wendy O. Williams, the Plasmatics, they did it. We've talked about that before. I mean, this is pretty much the same version, just minus the Ace bit in the middle of it there.
Yeah.
It's just the raw demo version. It's a great song, but again, the lyrical content of this song, it doesn't fit Creatures. This is a celebratory anthem. Creatures was a dark and brooding heavy album, so this wouldn't have fit on Creatures either, in my opinion.
It's My Life, written by Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley.
Yep.
I do notice the difference. It's not as good as what's on the box set.
Oh no, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I love that Gene and Ace sing that song together.
Me too.
It's better produced. It sounds better. I don't know what they fucking did here. This sounds like the quality is not that good. They got whatever they could for this box.
Yeah, it's just that demo version. Yeah.
Yeah, as you mentioned, also on the Wow album by Wendy O. Williams, decent solo. I've always liked It's My Life, but the version that was going to be on Psycho Circus and is on the box set is much better than this.
Yeah, totally.
I just think this is a weaker version of an already decent song. It's My Life. It doesn't fit. Creatures of the Night is not one of those. It's not one of those albums that was, you can do it, Waterboy.
Not at all. It
was darker. Yep. This would have fit probably on The Elder.
I was just going to say the same thing. Definitely would have fit The Elder. This would have actually really
as an empowering type of song
for
the boy.
Yep. I agree. Yeah. But it's weird how it's a demo back in this era. Then they tried to get it on Psycho Circus. Poor Gene just couldn't get it to stick.
Or Paul's like, no.
No.
Even though he's got a writing credit on it. Next track is this.
Not For the Innocent, but boy, oh boy, is this different. Now, when we talk about demos, rarities, outtakes, a lot of times it's almost like when you talk about like a deleted scene on like a Blu-ray. You're like, yeah, there's a reason that was deleted, but you still, and I'm sure you're the same way. I still like deleted scenes just to see, like, okay, that's cool. I kind of wish that was in the movie. My point in saying that is, this is fucking unbelievable. Like, this is fucking unbelievable. I'm not gonna say that it's better than the all Gene version that we get on Lick It Up, but Paul and Gene together on this with an angry, pissed off Paul this is fucking wild. I love that this is on here. I think this is such a gift for Kiss fans. I was blown away when I heard this. I couldn't get enough of this. And it's funny to hear a believable, like, angry Paul. He's not like it's like he's like when he's singing that chorus. Again, I don't know. I'm not going to say it's better than the Gene version on Lick It Up, but I think this is just an absolute standard. I love it. I think it's amazing.
Not For the Innocent, written by Gene and Vinnie Cusano. So on the box set, he's credited as Cusano. He's not Vinnie Vincent yet.
Yep.
And what this reminds me of is the Destroyer box set.
Yep.
And the version you get of God of Thunder.
Yep.
I really love both of those. I love the original God of Thunder, and I love Paul Stanley's version of God of Thunder.
I love his version of that. Yes.
We just did Lick It Up as our last album. There was Not For the Innocent tards out there, how much that fucking song is loved. And now this is a crazy version. Now, the production value is not as good, obviously, right? Paul's singing all the pre-chorus and choruses, but it's fucking ballsy the way he's doing it. It comes off as badass, and Paul's not usually the badass. Like the kiss off, well, fuck you, that type of Paul.
It's totally believable, and it's really unusual for Paul.
It works. I think it works. I think it's a great different version of the song. But what's with the end?
Yeah.
We're coming to get you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, relax. I know. No need.
All right, Tom. I mean, I don't even know if we need to, but get into them as separate tracks. You got I Still Love You, 1 and 2. Take 1 and take 2.
Okay, the only thing I'll say about this is that I find it interesting, and I don't know if this is on purpose, if he's teasing people or what, but at the beginning of take 1, Paul says this one's dedicated to, and then it stops and it goes right into the song.
And I was wondering, is that done on purpose? Did he not say it then, or did they delete it now?
or was he just fooling? Did he say this one's dedicated to, and then he stopped as like to try to be coy? You know what I mean? Or like,
and you know who the rumor is that it's dedicated to?
Yeah, I think it's Donna Dixon is the rumor.
Yeah, that's what I think so too. Now this is written by another one. Paul Stanley Incusano wrote this.
Yep.
I can't see the name Cusano without thinking of Chris
Landscaping.
Incusano landscaping. That's it, Vinny. You're fucking out of here, fucko. I had to store the dog somewhere. I'm sorry, the lawnmowers are gonna have to stay outside in the rain. Dead dog storage. But anyways, Paul and his dedicated one. It's a nice little version, and it's pretty cool to hear how these songs come about. Now, these are tapes. They're not considered demos. So these are takes. So they're in the studio recording these.
Yep.
So it's a little bit different. If it's a demo, I think they'd have a little bit more words. He's kind of like scatting shit as he goes along. There's verses that are not there. So he's just skipping. And then he jumps in from here and that. The drums are still fantastic. Whatever the fuck he's doing, he's still doing it on these fucking versions. And then the take one just abruptly fucking ends.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden take two comes in, and this one's going to astound everyone, Paul says. And by the way, I'm assuming these are Eric that's counting off during all these songs.
Yeah, because you can hear him kind of hitting the sticks,
One, two,
hitting the two.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's got to be Eric.
Yep.
It sounds good. This is more of the take two is more of a longer version than the first one. And then Paul ends with something like he says, sounding real good, guys. You know.
Yeah. And I like that. Like you said, and we'll talk about this with the next few takes, but I like how you can it's a behind the scenes, you know, and I kind of like that. Again, you're not going to put this like on a mix and listen to it, you know, but I like that it's there. We always say this, give me more and let me decide what I want to listen to.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Now we're going to get to Saint and Sinner, and there's a few takes here. There's 1, 2, and 3. So Saint and Sinner, Gene Simmons, and Michael Japp. Tom, what the fuck is this? First of all, that's this. I'm going to play this for people.
Hey, Vinny. Hey, Gino. I'm like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're trying to do. I mean, I don't know. Whatever the joke is, maybe we had to be there and I just don't get it. But I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Are they referring to Vinnie Vincent? Like, obviously, it's got to be Vinnie
they're
Vincent,
like, it's like they're mocking Italians.
Well,
that's Gino.
That's exactly.
And then he uses like a Jewish type voice afterwards.
Yeah, Paul. And then Paul comes and he's like, "Hello." I'm like, I don't.
Sounds like Saul Rosenberg.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's weird. It's fucking weird.
But trying to be funny or something. I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a little studio chicanery between them. I don't know. But I thought this was funny because I'm listening to this, and like you said, it's a take. But I love this because, well, first of all, Gene just says, "I can't wait for all my life. I'm moving on." That's why he just keeps saying the same thing over and over and over again. But I like certain takes how you can hear him coaching the band. He's like, "Okay, now we're gonna do the bridge," and it's like, and it's like, "Okay, one more time, let's go around." Like he's being like a band leader, and I really like that, and I just think that's something that's really cool. That you're really kind of getting to see how this shit is made behind the scenes, and you're hearing. I wish we could see it, but I'll take hearing it. You know, it's better than nothing. But I really thought that was very cool to hear Gene kind of being like, "Okay, here comes the bridge. All right, everybody, let's slow down. We're gonna do this one more time." And they never broke the rhythm. Like Eric kept the rhythm going through all these takes with Saint and Sinner. I just thought it was really cool. Again, it's not something you're really gonna kind of go out of your way and listen to like on repeat. But again, I like that it's here. I thought it was very cool.
Yeah, Gene is calling out bridges. He's calling out verses. He scats the guitar solo. He's yelling out keys. He's yelling out keys to the band.
Yep.
At one point, he says, "Oh shit!" Then he's directing them, "Punch it out, keep going," and he just says, "Let's do another one quick." So that's the first version. I don't even know what the second version. He goes, "Come on, come on." Sounds like the guy that we used to terrorize in middle school that ran the Christie's And you go, come on, get away from the magazines.
Rarities. There's a fucking chain that doesn't exist anymore.
We would fucking chuck shit at him. But anyways, his song starts for like 5 seconds, and then he's like, let's do it again or something, I think.
Yep.
Because it didn't work out. So it's like, I know it's one of those things that you say to yourself, then why the fuck do you put it in there?
Yeah,
It's 18 seconds, but I'd rather have it than not have it.
I agree.
Right? All right. So that's part 2. Then part 3 starts up again. I mean, you're looking at part 1. I'm calling it part, but I meant take. Take 1 was 6 minutes and 7 seconds. Take 3 is 5 minutes and 59 seconds. These aren't short.
No.
And it's the same thing. Gene saying, giving directions and bridges and etc. and scatting the guitar solo. And then he says, yeah, sounds good. Okay.
It's funny. It's funny, like, what prompted them to put these in here, and like, what are we supposed to get out of them other than just kind of admiring the behind the scenes aspect of it? But it's
because
just,
there's a danger. Take 1, take 2, take 3.
Right.
Why did they pick these ones? All right. Anyways, let's get to the next track.
So this is an outtake of a song called Betrayed with Paul singing. This is not related in any way to Betrayed by Gene off of Hot in the Shade. I like it. Paul doesn't sound great. I mean, it's definitely an outtake. I guess maybe it could have fit on Creatures, maybe, or Lick It Up. I mean, if you put a little balls to it and kind of have it produced and mixed correctly, there's something to it, but it's okay. It didn't blow me away. It was nice to hear because it's something new, right? We always like to hear something new, but it's okay. It wasn't great. I like the novelty of it.
Betrayed by Stanley and Cusano again.
Yeah.
I swear to God, the beginning part, dun, 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 I'm like, is this balls to the walls by Accept?
Oh my God. Yes.
What the fuck? Anyway, I'm with you. Something I haven't heard, but it's not Time Traveler bad. Something I've never heard.
Hey, how dare you?
Maybe this would have fit on Asylum, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that, or even Crazy Nights, maybe. Right around that era, I think. Little poppier, a little thing like that. But you've been betrayed. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Like, the words aren't obviously there.
If you're right. If depending on how it was mixed and produced would determine what album it goes on. If you made it ballsy, it could go on Lick It Up. If you kind of made it a little bit more slick, it could go on Asylum. Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad song. It's got a good chorus, but you can see where Paul can come up with the choruses. And he's like scatting, or he's not saying anything. He's listening. You're like, oh, okay, this isn't a finished product. And Paul usually demos finished products. He doesn't do shit like this normally. But I like, this is a nice little find. It's something a little different. I don't mind it. I think it's pretty good.
Me too.
All right. Now we're going to get into some stuff that really, I don't have the ear for it. I know other people will, like fucking people. Oh yeah, that's because they moved the bass line from the G to a C on this section. So first one up is song 10, Creatures of the Night Alternative Mix 19. What the fuck that means? I don't know. I'm sure if I listen to them back to back to back.
I tried to. I still couldn't pick up anything.
I think there's something technically off with the original. And so they list it and they threw it on this album.
Yeah.
Well, technically, that's another track. Here you go. Give it to them.
Yep.
All right. So I don't know what the fuck that is. Now, song 11, Partners in Crime, alternate mix, 16B. Thoughts?
So I did notice something on this, and it was the drums. So
yeah.
So the 4 original tracks on Killers, I like them, but some of them, including Partners in Crime, and especially Down on Your Knees, I think have almost like a drum machine sound to them.
Yeah, they sound like Unmasked.
Yeah, where this right here is it's a beefier sound to it, probably because it's just like raw and it's a different kind of mix. I liked it because I like Partners in Crime, so I thought I did notice the difference here with that. It just sounded like unrefined, unmixed, I guess, for lack of a better word.
That makes one of us. I can't tell.
Okay.
So number 12, I Love It Loud. Alternate mix 21.
No clue. Nothing.
I think the drums and the opening drums was a little different. Okay. But other than that, no fucking clue.
Okay.
13. War Machine full length version, mix 11. So the song, I believe the track is a little longer.
That's the only thing I noticed. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
technically that's a new track.
Yep.
Give it to him. Call it a separate track.
Right. Yep.
14. Here we go. 14 to 16 is Rock and Roll Hell. First one is Take Two from September 10th, 1982, Tom.
Yep.
Then you got Take One, Incomplete, from September 15th, 1982. So how could Take One be after Take Two?
Maybe they took a time machine.
You built the time machine? I don't fucking get it. And then Rock and Roll Hell Take Two, September 15, 1980. Oh, I get it. They're counting the days. Yep. So on September 15th, this is a take one of this song. So Rock and Roll Hell Take Two, track number 14. Where's take one of that?
Dude, I'm getting a headache. I'm getting a headache right now. Kiss is not this smart of a band. Let's fucking dumb it down. I can't.
When did that just happen? Just now.
Yeah, exactly. But when will then be now? Just missed it. Yeah. I'll answer your question right now. I listened to these multiple times. Unlike Saint and Sinner and I Still Love You, so I couldn't really pick up anything really huge here between these three.
No, I just found myself wasting my time trying to be a fucking audio engineer and be like, dude, this is just too sophisticated for me.
Dude, I'm not kidding you. I'm sitting at work today and I had my phone up to my ear, seeing if I could hear anything that would be different.
I've listened to this album straight through for about a month or so now.
Yeah,
because I knew this album would be doing this.
Yep,
I can't. I sound like Dave Chappelle. Coke and Pepsi. You know what? Can't tell the difference. Whichever one pays me, I'll advertise. You know, I can't tell. Song 17, I Love It Loud, the single edit, Tom. Yeah, that's another track. Charge them more money.
Yeah, this is just the one that it doesn't have the fade out or the fade out and back in. That's the only difference. It cuts that out.
And then 18, they end on the 1985 remix, and that's what I bought, the first version of Creatures of the Night with Bruce on the cover.
Yep, and I did notice something about this. It's got way more like reverb, like a booming kind of echoey sound on it. And this is the version that was from when they re-released it with Bruce on the cover with no makeup, whatever.
Like, I always find it fascinating if you put like this all the versions that are Creatures of the Night and someone played them, that somebody listened like, oh, wait a minute, that's the box set version of this version. Like,
yeah,
how can you pick that shit up? I just am not that sophisticated. I don't have a sophisticated ear like that.
So some
people like this shit.
So you couldn't tell a difference, like any of the more the booming, like the reverb kind
maybe
of echoey? No. Okay.
Maybe. I don't fucking know.
That was the only thing I noticed. So yeah, but other than that, there's really not much there.
So that's disc 3, Tom.
Yep.
Again, enough to fill up a disc, 18 tracks.
Yeah.
To for Creatures of the Night box set. Now there are 4 tracks we're gonna rank. Legends Never Die, It's My Life, Not for the Innocent, and Betrayed.
Yep.
All right, Tom, go first. What's number 4 for you?
Legends Never Die. Yeah, it's just not. It's a nice novelty, but it's nothing. It's not great.
All right, mine is It's My Life. I think it's the worst of those because I know the good version of it.
Wow,
and I already have it.
Wow. Okay.
That's number 4 for me.
Okay, well, that's number 3 for me.
Okay, and number 3 for me is Betrayed.
Wow,
I like it.
Okay,
but it's not complete.
Okay.
Number 2.
Right, that's my number 2.
Number 2 for me is Legends Never Die. I think it's a more complete song than Betrayed. It's decent. It's not a Kiss song, but I think it's a decent song.
Okay. Yeah, and then of course we have that Not for the Innocent at number 1, which is easy because it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, for me too. I just think it's fucking different. It is like the sister song of Paul Stanley, God of Thunder.
I agree.
Different version, and it could be still great.
So I'm going to ask some of the Kiss tards out there that are listening, if anybody can find a backstory to why they pulled Paul's vocals off of this and made it an all Gene song. I would love to find out what happened there. If they just decided that Paul wasn't ballsy enough for it, or who made the decision. Was it Michael James Jackson? Was it Paul? I'd love to know that story, because again, I love the Gene version on Lick It Up. One of the best ever, but this is pretty awesome. So I'd be interested to see what happened.
Yeah. For me, overall, I would probably still put number 2 over this, disc 2. How about you?
Oh yeah.
I think
disc 2, we're kind of cheating there because it's got the 4 songs from Killers on disc 2.
But in addition to that, though, Tom, it also has like 6 or 7 like things we've never heard.
It does. Right? It does. I agree.
Right. And there's not that fucking running thing of 3 songs of rock and roll hell or fucking
but it also has
Love You.
But also as Chrome goes into motion, take 2 drums and bass instrumental. No, I like these. If
I had to take one, I would take 2 over 3. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I love these. I love collecting anniversary box sets with demos and outtakes. I have Metallica. I have all the Metallica box sets. I have a couple other ones. I know you're a big box set collector, and I think they're incredible, especially if you love the band and if you love the album. I don't love Creatures of the Night, but it's Kiss, and I love having this, so I think it's great.
Yeah, that's Creatures of the Night box set, and we're looking forward to hopefully them bringing out new ones like this that we can add to the collection. Tom, what we do next is we go to Question of the Week.
Yeah, we got a question here from our longtime friend of the show and listener. He's another Bostonian here. Moving on. We love him because he gets in on the WEEI 0850 joke. So he has a question. He says, I was listening to Paul Stanley's Live to Win album yesterday, which made me think, should Kiss Online sell Paul and Gene's solo stuff? Or should Kiss Online only be Kiss the band stuff?
Should they? Yes. Why they don't, I completely understand. 2 different marketing things.
Yeah.
Like it's Gene and Paul's solo stuff is not owned and controlled by the band.
Right.
And, one gets sold more than the other. Now you're mixing up my fucking the books with my album versus your album. It's not worth it.
I agree. It's the same thing. Jerry Cantrell has his own website. You can't buy his stuff on the Alice in Chains website. It's kind of weird. I don't know anything about marketing, but Zeus kind of summed up what I was going to say. You just can't do it, but I think it would be cool if they did. But I don't think any band does that. I think any band that has a spin-off solo career from any members, I think they have their own website. But yeah, it's a good question. And Live to Win, I can't wait until we get to that one. We'll save our comments because that will be an eventual review as well. And who knows what we think about that one. But thanks for the question, buddy. Thanks for the support as always. Appreciate it very much.
Is that the one that has Genghis Khan on it?
I don't think so, Ace. Sorry.
All right, just making sure. Tom, where can people find us?
Our website, shoutoutloudcast.com. That's you can find all of our episodes. Shout Out Loudcast, Dorm Damage, Album Review Crew, Zeppelin Chronicles. Yes, Zeppelin Chronicles is still alive. Don't worry. We had a little project we were working on called Raise Your Glasses, which has taken a lot of our time. So Zepp heads, fear not. You can also find all the links to our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, links to our Patreon. We love you guys. Links to our Amazon shopping page, links to our merch. All of our Shout Out Loudcast merch is there. You can comment directly on there. You can see links to all of our amazing guests. There's a link directly on the landing page for you to buy our book, Raise Your Glasses. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts to everybody who has already bought it and who has left reviews and who has shared pictures of it and comments. We love you guys. It means the world to us. Thank you so much for that. And our email address, shoutoutloudcast@gmail.com. Please, if you want your question of the week read, we do one every week, and then we have a mailbag at the end of the year that'll be coming up sooner than later. So we need to fill that mailbag. So please get those questions in. We love them. We love reading them. And of course, we always like to say that we're a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network of shows.
Yeah, people can DM us, Tom, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, motherfucker. Check out the Spotify playlist. which Tom works on. And it's you got to find it by finding us on Spotify, looking at our profile, not the podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're putting different things up now. We just put up our appearance on the great Amit Zappa's Rock Tales. So that we just put that up on our YouTube channel. So you won't find that in our podcast, but you'll find it on our YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and there you can see it. So give us one of those 5-star child reviews on Apple Podcasts. That moves us up the food chain, gets us out to the masses. But in addition to that, give us a 5-star review on Amazon for Raise Your Glasses. That puts the book out to more eyes and ears.
Yes,
and
please.
You guys have been awesome about that. Can't thank you enough. But if you do, let us know you do, because sometimes people aren't using their real names or whatever. Let us know you gave us a 5-star review on Amazon for Raise Your Glasses, and we can appreciate you and thank you personally. Tom, our website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. You can go and get Raise Your Glasses. You can look at our rankings. You can look at previous episodes. You can look at fucking photos of different events we've been to over the years. You can look at podcasts that we've been on. You can also look at some of our previous guests. We had headshots, and if you click on the headshot, you'll go to their website if you want to know more about that person. Tons of stuff on our website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. Tom, what we like to do is end on famous last words. Do you have any?
Of course. Don't know where we're going. Just know where we've been. Remember, when the clock strikes 12, the losers always win.
You're a god in the halls of time. You've seen them come and seen them go. Why can't you sleep at night? Maybe it's the glare of the lights. Maybe it's something you'd never know. Tom, Loudcasters, Kiss Army, thank you and appreciate you supporting Raise Your Glasses. Get a copy and send one to your friend today.
Guys, you're the best. Thank you so much for your continued support of the show. Raise Your Glasses. Please, please keep spreading the word. Go to our website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. Buy the book. Let us know what you think. Leave a review. We love you guys. Kiss Tards unite. And Zeus, as always, my friend, thank you.
Peace out, Girl Scout. Hit the music. What I'd like now is for all you fat, out-of-shape, worldwide kiss tards to keep the noise down while I show your ladies what a real sexy man looks like.
Listen, all you people out there sitting on rented furniture, settle down.
Cut the music. Anybody seen Richie? Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?